And we're live. And I just want to show you my Lime Scooter app. This is the center of Denver, where you can see that there's a lot of Lime scooters available, right? And I'm just going to switch over my app to a different setting, and that's the setting of being a juicer instead of a writer. And I just want to show you guys that even as a juicer, I do have the option. I mean, there's a stray scooter right there that I could pick up and rehome and make some money with. Funny thing is, right now it is May the 6th, and although the governor of Colorado has shifted from the stay at home order because of COVID 19 to the safer at home stage for you know the rural Colorado. Mayor Hancock in Denver extended Denver's stay at home orders until 2 days from now. But Lime, a company that only operates in large cities, and the boundaries of their operation only being in Denver, have decided that it's okay, that we're essential enough that we could, possibly make a buck on the side. Um, so, what I wanted to do with this video is take you guys through a timeline of the emails I've gotten because still I am registered as a juicer with Lime, even though I haven't charged any scooters in a very long time. Uh, in fact, a couple of months ago, I did joke that of all the different things that could be vectors for disease that people touch and then other people touch, uh, I thought, Lime should probably suspend their operations throughout this whole pandemic. Um, because, you wouldn't want to get sued if one of your scooters got someone sick. But here we go on a little trip through all of the emails that I've received from Lime throughout this pandemic, so you guys can see just where their mindset is as far as rider safety, uh, being in business at different stages, and their new bent on helping out healthcare workers. Okay, so the first email I received from Lime during all this pandemic craze was on March 12th of 2020, and it's a message from Nick Shapiro, global head of trust and safety at Lime. He said, "At Lime, our responsibility is to keep our communities healthy and safe. During the uncertainty caused by coronavirus, COVID 19, we wanted to update you on the steps we're taking to keep our community safe, along with simple things you can do to protect yourself. Steps we're taking, uh, we've enhanced our cleaning methods and are increasing the frequency of cleaning and disinfecting our scooters." Well, that's nice. Um, in our offices and warehouses, we're distributing hand sanitizer. All of our mechanics and operators in the field are required to wear gloves and wash their hands regularly. And then it says we're following the CDC's and the World Health Organization's federal agencies and other global health organizations to collect the most up to the minute information and to ensure actions we're taking are comprehensive and expedient. So this is March 12th. This is the first they put out anything about it. Um, and they're saying they're trying to be comprehensive and expedient. Um, Based on this information, we will decide to continue, pause, or suspend operations in certain markets. Not all the markets that they're in. Mind you, they're only operating in densely populated areas. Like they pick which cities that they're going to operate in for now. They're not in every little tiny city. They're just in the big cities right now. So yeah. Steps you can take to protect yourself, just as you would wipe down a public and shared surfaces with disinfectant. We encourage you to do the same before riding a scooter or bike. You should also consider wearing gloves as a precaution, as well as washing your hands before and after riding. To learn more about COVID 19, go to these links. We can all play a part in keeping each other, our loved ones, and friends and communities healthy and safe, right? So this didn't go out to just juicers. This went out to anyone who's registered as a writer, as far as I know. This is not juicer particular, but it does show that they are particularly aware that germs can be spread by things that people share, like their scooters, and that you should, maybe be afraid of the scooters maybe being infected, so you should disinfect them before riding, or maybe wear gloves. Okay, that's where we are at March 12th. Fast forward to March 21st, 9 days later. And this is an email that only went out to juicers, not to writers. Okay. It says, Lime, important COVID 19 update. Uh, the COVID 19 virus is unprecedented challenge for facing cities and communities around the world. The team at Lime is deeply concerned about the well being of the cities we love, the people we serve, and those who support us just like you. For now, we are pausing Lime service to help people stay put and stay safe in Denver. I was just 9 days after maybe, wipe down the scooter and maybe wear gloves. Now they're like, 9 days later, they're like, you know what? No, we're just not going to be in business for a while. Um, in the coming weeks, we will share additional updates as they become available, and as soon as we know when we expect Denver to go back online, we'll be in touch to let you know when you can start juicing again, right? And so this put a lot of people uh, who juice these scooters for whatever company that they do it for, like Bird and Lime and all that stuff. Um, any company that uses a network of people as private contractors to charge their scooters, this pandemic has really affected those people who are trying to make a buck that way. Like anyone who had that side hustle, it it was affected. Um, Again, that says to learn more about COVID-19, go to these links, and then thank you. Please help us by doing your part to stop the spread of COVID 19 by adhering to the guidance of local health officials. Best line. Okay. So that was March 21st at noon. Next email I got was March 23rd. 2 days later, Lime sends an email out to everyone. This is not just juicers, this is writers too. And it says, ask Congress to support mass transit, right? So every day, millions of Americans rely on public transportation to get where they need to go. Unfortunately, transit agencies around the country have been crippled by COVID 19, and without federal stimulus funding, they may not recover after the crisis has passed. Public transit is deeply important to Lyme, and with nearly 50% of riders saying they started or ended their ride at public transit stops last year, we know it's important to you too. Please ask Congress to provide emergency funding to transit agencies in any COVID-19 stimulus bill. Then it's got a link so you can take action, maybe, a form email that you can send out to your congressman. It says during this crisis, buses, light rail, and subways continue to run at major loss. So essential workers like doctors and nurses, grocers, and pharmacists can get to work. Without federal assistance, the loss of revenue from low ridership combined with the increased costs of labor and cleaning products could force transit agencies to reduce service once the crisis is over, or worse, close completely. Please make sure your voice is heard for public transit today, the Lyme Advocacy Team. Now, what I want to say about this email is this was not just, hey, support buses and your light rail. This was also, hey, support us. They're hiding the fact that they themselves have categorized themselves as a transit agency, right? As a separate form of transportation that people can use within cities, right? What they're wanting is a big, billions of stimulus to be available for quote unquote transit agencies, and then they're going to apply for it, right? Because as you remember, just 2 days earlier, they decided they're going to pause Lyme service to help people uh, stay safe. So then they're like, oh, well, we're going to need some stimulus. But they don't come out and say it like, hey, our company's going to be in trouble. They're like, they just need to, have Congress uh, pass stimulus for public transportation and transit agencies, and then they're hiding behind, oh, these other things that people also use in conjunction with Lime scooters. They're going to need help too. You know what? If if some of those public transit things did go away, those are the largest competitors to Lime. I'm just saying. If there were less buses running, more people would be riding Lime scooters. Just saying. So there was a little bit of a bent to this. Anyways, the next email is on April 23rd. Now, yeah, I saw it, Bugsy. On April 23rd, uh, Lime said that they're proud to partner with Denver to provide scooters as essential transportation option to help health professionals, frontline workers, and residents safely and reliably get to where they want to go, right? During this time, you're going to see a limited fleet of scooters, but not in the Juicer app, right? So you could find them if you wanted to ride, but if you were one of those people who tried to make a side buck with your side hustle, you're not going to be able to charge them at this time because Lime's charging their own scooters with their own in-house charging staff. And then they said to keep our community safe, we'll carefully collect and sanitize our own fleet. We will operate with this model for a short period of time and reach out to you once tasks are available for you to collect. Right. So this is just going out to the juicers, by the way. Right. We remain committed to supporting cities we love through this challenging time and recognize the critical role of micromobility in serving transportation needs now and as we emerge from this crisis. Uh, so that was April 23rd, right? So the original stay at home order was supposed to end on uh, sometime before that, and then it got extended for all of Colorado to April 26th by the governor. And on April 23rd, they were already operating, but only with their own in-house staff charging the scooters, right? But they realize that the people that are using their scooters are health professionals and frontline workers. They also realize that the people using their scooters are residents, right? So are they picking up and sanitizing these scooters between each and every ride, like chasing them around town with a fleet of cars? No, no, they're not. What they're doing is they're waiting till the end of the night when the scooters need a charge, when they're fully depleted. They send out their people to collect them just like normal, but they would wipe them down at night. So, in between all the different rides that happen on one scooter throughout the day, they are not sanitizing the scooters. So, if a healthcare worker who just came from an emergency room where they might have been working next to COVID-19 was riding the scooter and then they left it outside of, say, their apartment complex nearby, then a resident could then get up on the same scooter and take a ride just 10 minutes later without them being able to sanitize it first. Thus, the scooter would be the vector, possibly, of spreading the virus. Next email I got was April 24th, and it said, here when you need us, right? So it's got hospital workers and food service workers, I think, and residents, people just shopping in a store, right? Um, says life doesn't stop, even for pandemics. That's telling right there. I mean, life. I mean, we should stay at home and just like stop everything, but this is their their mantra right here is life doesn't stop, even for pandemics. People still need to go places, whether they're medical personnel working the front lines or regular folks going to the store or pharmacy, right? So this is them knowing that both sets of people are riding their scooters interchangeably, sharing these things between them. Uh, says we can help with that. Our scooters may be fun to ride, but they can also provide an important solo transportation option that works safely with social distancing, except for the whole share thing. I mean, it's great that it's solo, but then you share it multiple times after having a ride where maybe your hands were sweating and you were coughing all over it. Maybe. Um, our new Lime Aid program, that's just to call it the Lime Aid program, that's ugh, not only returns some of the scooters to our communities to help them get around, but also includes free 30-minute rides for medical personnel. Again, they know that medical personnel are riding them because uh, if they see those 30-minute rides get claimed by medical personnel, then they know that medical personnel are using them. And then they also know because they have a computer that's billing people for who's riding what scooters, they know who rode right afterwards. This might be good contact tracing, except for usually contact tracing isn't part of the problem where it's actually the vector. Um, and then says everyone's trying to figure out how they can help right now, and we're no different. We hope Limeade will make life a little easier while we all get through this. And then they say, take some precautions like wash your hands, use some hand sanitizer, ride solo. Don't. I guess don't ride with someone piggyback on you. Um, and stay 6 feet away from other people while you're riding. I guess you could be riding with another person also riding a different scooter, and you need to stay away from those people. Yeah, essential rides only. These rides are only for the important stuff, such as grocery store, pharmacy, or healthcare. No joyriding, right? And I just want to say, yeah, you could probably wear a backpack and go to the grocery store. Hear me out. Wouldn't it be safer if everyone waited until they needed like $100 worth of groceries before they went to the grocery store instead of going to the grocery store on multiple small trips for little things all the time? Or maybe even just, use a an app from a service that delivers those groceries for the same price as what you would pay to rent that scooter. If you just like weekly had a delivery from Walmart, you would pay less than riding that scooter to Walmart back and forth every time you needed something little, you know? So, yeah, I don't like that it presents itself as an additional vector when people could be not using it for going to get groceries, you know? Not trying to judge, I'm just saying there's a better way, okay? Um, Mickey Farley in the chat says lime goes good with Corona. That should have been the title of this video. Thank you. Um, so the last email I got, that was today. Sorry, no. This was April 30th, right? I saw this today, but it's a week later. But April 30th, which was 1 week after they reopened in Denver with their scooters, which was 2 days before the governor reopened everything anyway. And uh, you know, they put the scooters out April 24th, and Denver itself, the mayor extended the stay-at-home orders until May 8th, which hasn't even happened yet. But weeks before the city's supposed to be up with, not on stay-at-home orders, they put out these Lime scooters. So then April 30th, as a juicer, they sent me this email that said, they're about to have Lime scooters come back to the city. Click here to acknowledge the new agreement. Right? They're updating the juicer agreement. What's updated in the agreement? Basically, a reiteration of you're a contractor, and anything that happens to you is on you. All the costs are borne by you. Now, it doesn't say specifically that if you get coronavirus, that's on you. And so, we're not going to pay for it. You can't sue us for it. But by extension, with the legalese that they put into that agreement, you can basically extrapolate out that anything that happens to you as a possibly an aside because you were charging these Lime scooters is on you. You're a contractor. We don't have to pay for uh, you if you come down with coronavirus because you caught it from a scooter. You know. Now it was a well written uh, juicer agreement, contractor agreement. It looked like any other agreement that you'd get from a gig job, but yeah, basically just a bunch of CYA. But yeah, when they shut down all the way on March 21st, the outlook for the coronavirus was better daily than it is now on May 6th, right? There were less cases known on March 21st than there were now on May 6th. And when stay at home orders get relaxed in 2 days, Lime scooters are going to be part of the vector that helps us get our spread rate back up to, oh, holy shit, we're all going to die. So um, that was my uh, journey through the emails that they sent me. Um, you know, I guess everything is related to coronavirus now, and this was just my little part in it. Just noticing that even Lime scooters have to hire a team of lawyers and go over what their plan is, whatnot. Anyways, in the chat, uh, Alan says, need to bring hand sanitizer if you're going to use a scooter. Um, let's see. Alan also says, funny that they want to pay the bills, get the government in 20 trillion in debt with a president who does not know what he even does with his own voice. Alan says the GOP just want to give money back to the rich, yet now they want to pay bills. Uh, I would laugh at them and I'll say, see you in court. They want you to bring your own sanitizer. Did you not read that? Yeah, I read that. Wash your hands a lot if you're going to use our scooters, because there's a possibility, and we know that there's a possibility. Um, Mitch says Viri using scooters to get around. Alan said the rat always scratches its own ass. No one is doing it for them. Mickey says lime goes good with Corona. Um, anyways, that's all I got. Please don't give anything to me in these trying times if you haven't taken care of yourself first. Um, I'm doing fine myself. Uh, take care. See you tomorrow night.